It's me again, Teacher Karen. I'm so glad to be with you today. Did you have fun with Teacher Hannah learning about freedom of expression? That's good! Teacher Hannah and I both love learning about rights. In this video, we'll discuss Lesson 8A, My Right to Be Me, the right to be accepted as a person. I've missed you all so much, so let's get started and sing Here We Are Together.
Oh, here we are together, together, together. Oh, here we are together in our happy place.
There's Coco and Sarah and Teacher and...
Oh, here we are together in our happy place.
We've learned a total of 5 rights from all our previous lessons. Let's look at the posters for each one. The right to be free and safe. Protection against discrimination. The right to a family. The right to freedom of religion or belief. The right to freedom of expression. Isn't it amazing to learn about all these rights? Today, we'll learn about one more. Last time, you learned with Teacher Hannah the power of our words. Article number 13 of the Convention on the Rights of the Child says that we all have the right to express our thoughts and feelings. But there's a limitation, right? What is it? Our freedom of expression does not give us the right to hurt someone's reputation or feelings. I hope that we always remember that. Hi, Coco!
Hi, Teacher Karen.
I have a new story to share with you today.
Really? What is it about?
It's about a big elephant and some teeny tiny people that nobody could see. The title of the story is Horton Hears a Who. Are you ready to listen to our story?
Yes, Teacher Karen.
Okay, listen carefully. Horton was a thoughtful and kind-hearted elephant who lived in the jungle. He had big floppy ears and a long snake-like trunk. His big ears helped him to hear very quiet sounds. Because he was big and strong, he could also use his trunk to help the other animals. One day, while playing in a pool, he heard a very faint sound, a sound so soft and quiet he could barely hear it. He looked around, but he could not see anyone except for a small spot of dust. It seemed to Horton that a very tiny person was calling out for help from that very small spot of dust. He listened again. And yes, he did hear the very small voice of a very small person. He couldn't see the person, but he decided to help because a person's a person, no matter how small.
Wow, teacher. Horton's ears are so sensitive.
Yes, they are. Isn't it cool? Would you like to hear very quiet sounds like Horton?
Maybe not, because our new dog barks a lot. It would probably hurt my ears.
Oh yes, that would really hurt.
Can you read more, teacher?
Of course! Horton learned that the tiny spot of dust was home to a whole little town called Whoville. It was filled with tiny people called Whos. Horton wanted to help them. He said, "I'll just have to save them because after all, a person's a person no matter how small." So He promised to protect his tiny new friends and get them to safety, away from his pool of water where they might fall in and drown. He carefully placed the spot of dust on a clover flower. Suddenly, a very commanding and disagreeable kangaroo and her baby showed up. They had smaller ears and they were very mean, and they couldn't hear a thing. They thought Horton was crazy. "You're a fool," they said. So they jumped in the pool with a great big splash, trying to wash away the little spot of dust. But Horton quickly stretched out his long trunk and picked up the clover and hurried away.
Oh no, the kangaroo was not careful.
Did you get scared for the Who's?
I did. I thought they would drown. Can you read to me what happens next, teacher?
Sure, let's continue reading. This made the mama kangaroo so mad that she told the monkeys about Horton and his silly story about small people on a spot of dust. The monkeys quickly swung down from the trees, but they couldn't hear the Who's either. So they jumped on Horton and climbed up his trunk and grabbed the clover with the little dust spot before the elephant could stop them. Off they ran as fast as they could, determined to get rid of the pesky clover. And they almost succeeded. But Horton refused to give up. He called out to his little friends and told them that now was the time to let everyone know that they were there. He explained just what to do. So call a big meeting, get everyone out. Make every who holler, make every who shout.
Why are the animals so mean?
Well, they're not really doing it on purpose, Coco. They just didn't believe what Horton was saying, so they acted that way.
But it makes me so mad.
I know. I understand how you feel, but it's not the end of the story yet. Do you want me to read the rest so that we can find out what happened?
Yes, please.
Okay. The Who's in Whoville all came running to help make a great big noise. They sang and they yelled. They pounded and banged and they blew their horns, trying to make the other animals hear them and believe that they were real. But the animals still couldn't hear them. Desperately, the mayor of Whoville went racing through the town until he found one little Who that wasn't making any noise at all. "You have to help us," cried the mayor. So the little Who opened her mouth and added her voice to all the others. And it worked! At last, the animals could hear them.
Yay! They are safe. Whoville was saved.
Yes, thanks to the help of the little Who girl.
Everyone is important, Teacher Karen, even the smallest ones.
That's right, because a person's a person no matter how small. They prove they are persons no matter how small, and their whole world was saved by the smallest of all, said Horton happily. The other animals all gathered around the little clover. They finally believed Horton and learned a big truth, that little people are people too. They are important and should be protected and cared for. And the animals all promised to do just that. Take care of their new little friends. Because after all, said Horton, a person's a person no matter how small. Some of us are big and some of us are small, but each of us is a person. There are lots of ways that you are important. How are you important in your family? How are you important in your school or in your town or village? We contribute to our family, school, or community in our own little way, just like the little Who girl in the story. What we do may be small, but it makes a difference. Horton's story teaches us the importance of every person, no matter how small. Will you share the story with your family and friends? Awesome! And don't forget, you are important. Thank you for watching this video. See you again next time. Bye!